Hello, and welcome to the review channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this 2020 Audi A3 S Line Premium. This car is the Quattro version, so it has the all-wheel drive system. The color of this vehicle is quantum gray. Starting with the front end, we have a very clean look. It has a large hexagonal grille. It has the Audi logo in the front with a small Quattro logo to the left. The headlight encasing is very nice. You get a projectile headlight lamps along with LED daytime running light strip right above it. Below that is a nice grille accent, which is not functional. Right above that are the front end proximity sensors. The hood has these two stripe indenters running along either end, one over here and one over there. This is how the vehicle looks with the LED stripes turned on. Now let's take a look with the headlights on as well. Here's a look at the vehicle with the headlights turned on. The headlights are LED. There are also no fog lights on this vehicle. Over at the side of the vehicle, we have an S-Line logo. We also have some nice looking alloy rims. These are 18-inch low profile tires made by Continental. Coming up to the mirrors, we have a turn indicator integrated into the mirror. Coming around to the inside of the mirror, we have a blind spot indicator. This little dark spot lights up whenever there is another vehicle in your blind spot. It is clearly visible from the driver's seat. There is one on this passenger side mirror as well as one on the mirror of the driver's side. Over at the center mirror, there is a light sensor integrated into the mirror housing. These are body colored door handles that are also keyless entry. Over at the side profile, we have a few lines going down the side of the car. It is a simple design, but it's effective in the sense that it gets your attention. So there's one line up here that extends to the front of the vehicle, as well as some lines down below that give it a nice sophisticated look. That's a really nice, clean look to it. Coming over to the back end, we have an A3 logo on the left side above an open road logo. There's also a Quattro logo on the right side. The Audi logo is centered. And there is also an antenna up on the roof. These are some really nice tail lights. LED tail lights with the reverse lights integrated into them. And then down below, we have twin exhaust tips on either end of the vehicle. And right above those, there is a reflector. And also you have sensors in the back. This car does have a backup camera, which is located right here. There is a nice little design over at the bottom of the car in the back, which makes it look like a diffuser right next to the exhaust. It's a really nice feature. The roof of the vehicle has a large sunroof glass, which covers about 3/4 of the way. And there's that antenna back there. Alright, let's take a look at the interior now. Starting with the door, we have your lock and unlock buttons right here. The door handle, not sure if this is real metal. Feels really nice. You have some nice metal looking accents here in the door. Very nice look to it. Then you have your controls. You have your mirror controls here. If you turn this all the way to the back, this will give you heated mirrors. That's how that looks. Then you have your window controls here. These are all automatic. And then you have your window locks. There's also a speaker right here, followed by another one right over here at the bottom. Your trunk release button is also over here in the driver's door with a tiny little cup holder. Heading on inside, you do have these really nice leather seats. This is a very nice quality on these Audi seats. There is a S badge up here at the middle. It's a very nice bucket seating system. These very strong bolsters on either edge. Gives you tons of support. Very comfortable place to sit. These are black leather bucket seats with the white stitching around the edges. And there's a tab below the seat. If you pull this tab and pull this section out, you can get a little bit more support for your legs. These seats come with a 6-way power adjustable seating only for the driver. You have your lumbar support right here, and then you have your seat forward and back, and then the recline. The driver and passenger headrests can be adjusted by pressing this button, so you can pull them out or push them in. And you can also make them go up and down. Here's a look at the interior of the vehicle. Nice LED lighting inside. There's that sunroof. There's a Quattro logo right here. Alright, let's start her up. To start this vehicle, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake. Press this engine start button right here. Alright, so over here we have a nice leather wrap steering wheel. The flat bottom, very sporty look to it. This steering wheel is one of the most comfortable steering wheels I've ever felt in any vehicle. To the right side you have your volume rocker control on the steering wheel. You have your Siri voice command or Android Auto voice command. You can answer calls using this button right here. This button I believe is your navigation speaker, and then I'm not sure what this does. Let's see. Steering wheel button. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. This button, you can adjust it to do different things. So you can either have it change Audi Drive Select mode, which will change your driving mode in this car. Instrument cluster screensaver on off. So if you want your instruments cluster screensaver, you can turn that on and off with that. If you set it as that, you can just press this button and it'll change that. And then switch to radio or any type of media. So this is a multifunctional button right here, which you can set to your liking. Alright, coming up to the instrument cluster over here on the right side, you have your speedometer, RPM meter on the left. Integrated into the speedometer on the right hand side is your fuel meter. So it is measured by these bars over here. So right now I have 3 bars, and then once they're full, it'll go all the way up to full. On the left side you have your temperature meter. So that is also calculated by bars, so I'm halfway, so that is running operating temperature. In the center you have a digital display with all your options that we talked about. On the left hand corner bottom, it'll show you if you're in park, reverse, neutral, drive, whatever gear you're in. On the right hand side, it'll show you the temperature outside. So it is a little chilly out there, 30 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment. Right next to the gear position, there's also a little A with a circle around it, and it's crossed out. So that's your auto start stop. This vehicle does have auto start stop, so when you come up to like a red light or a stop sign, if you're stopped for a little while, the engine will turn off, and then this logo right here will light up once the engine is off. Over at the left side, you have your vehicle functions button right here. So this will help you change some settings that are relative to your vehicle. So you can have a digital speedometer, which is right here in the center. You can reduce display, efficiency program, onboard computer. So basically this is for like all your vehicle information down at the center. And there's the back button right below that, so you press that, it'll take you back to your main screen. I like to leave it at the digital speedometer, helps me keep track of my speed. Over here you have your rocker, which makes you go through the different menu options. And there's also a side button here, which will show you vehicle notes. So it'll show you if you're connected to your Bluetooth. It'll show you if your automatic connection is active, things of that nature. And then right below that you have your cruise control. To the left of that you have your headlight controls. So it'll be off, auto, and on. Just leave it on auto for now. Then you have something over here which is a rain sensing light, I'm guessing. So if you press this button, if the car senses rain, it'll turn on your headlights automatically. And then down below that you have your fog light button. This car does not have fog lights, I believe, but there is a button here, I guess, if you ever wanted to install them. To the right of all of that you have a button that you press, it'll come out as a knob, and you can turn this to adjust the brightness of your instrument cluster. This vehicle does have paddle shifters. And to the right side you have your wiper controls. Left side is your indicator and high beams. The dashboard has a very clean look to it. It does inspire aviation with these airplane engine looking vents. Really nice. So you can turn them, twist, and then to turn off the vents, what you would do is you would just hold this portion right here, the metal around the edge, and turn. Once you turn, the vent closes up. Turn it back, it'll open up. Alright, up at the roof, up at the head, you have a speaker right here, followed with tweeter speakers on either end. There's also one right here. I'm not sure if this is a speaker. I'm guessing this is a microphone. Could be a speaker. You also get these window vents right here so that your side windows don't get fogged up. When the vehicle is in park, the vehicle displays your backup camera so you can see what's going on behind you. There's also an array of proximity sensors in the front and rear of the vehicle. And then right under that, you have a few buttons. This one right here is your display on off button. If you press this button, it will turn off your display. If you press it again, it will turn it back on. Right next to that is the traction control switch. Then you have your hazard switch. If you press this button, it will turn on your hazard lights. Then this button is to turn on or off your proximity sensors. Once you press it, the light goes off, indicating that the sensors are off. When you press it again, the light goes on, implicating that the system is on. And then this button over here is to turn off your auto start stop. When you press it, it will indicate that the system has been deactivated. When you press it again, it will turn the system back on. This button over here is to select your drive mode. It says drive select on it. Once you press it, you can go through the different modes of the vehicle. So you have comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. So individual is, I guess, you can set your own, however you want to set it. Over all the way to the right, you have a passenger airbag sensor display. Then underneath all of that, you do have your climate controls. It's a very nice looking system right here. So this will toggle your temperature. So I haven't figured out how to make the climate controls synchronized. So when I turn this one, both sides should change. Not sure how to do that. So if you know, please leave it down in the comment section below. You have your max defogger for the front windshield. Vents close. You have your rear defroster button right here. This is to turn on and off the system. This will adjust your fan speed. And then this is the different modes. You can have it toward your feet, your face, or up at the windshield. This vehicle also does have seat warmers for the driver and passenger, and they are controlled by these buttons right here at the edges of the climate controls. So if you press them, it'll show you a bar. The more you press it, the bars go down. Right below that, you do have a 12-volt outlet right here. With a USB cord over here on the left side. This car does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have two cup holders right here at the center. And then there's a small storage cubby right here, very small. You can probably put your keys here, maybe your phone. Nice little cup holders up there. And here is your gear lever. There is a small logo right on the gear lever. I'm not sure if you can see this. It says S-Tronic. Really nice. There's a button right here. Press, button, shift. Alright, to the right of the gear lever, you have your volume control and your track select. So if you push it this way, it will select your track, and then if you rock it, it will change your volume settings. Over at the left side, you do have your start-stop, engine start-stop button. Down below that, you can control your source by toggling through this. It will help you select your radio or your media, whatever you want to choose, whether it's your Bluetooth or your I don't think this car has a CD player, but yeah, whatever different types of media you want to go through. And this button right here will take you to your navigation. This vehicle does not have navigation, but if you do have navigation in your vehicle, this button will help you get there quickly. When you pull it backwards, it'll take you to your telephone. Automatic connection is active. So this will help. I'm not connected through my phone right now, but if you are connected, then if you pull that back, it'll help you get to your telephones. These controls down here are for your display screen. This can be rocked to change to a different setting. There are buttons here on the side. You can also push down on this. It's a back button and then a quick menu button right here to take you back home. Behind that, you have your automatic parking brake. So if you push down, I guess you have to push the brake. Sorry. So you pull up, and that turns on your parking brake. A little light will go on, indicating that it is on. And to turn it back off, you would have to push down on the brake and push the button and it will turn it off. Then right next to that, this is just for design. Storage wise in this vehicle, there is not much room at all. Very small glove compartment here. There is a CD player in this vehicle, which is located right here, so you can insert your CDs in here. There are also SD slots, so you can put your memory cards into it and you can just play music right off of those. Close that up. Center console is extremely small, and by extremely I mean extremely small. I would say there's maybe less than half a foot of depth, so it's not really much of anything you can take in here. There is an auxiliary port and a second USB port in here. And to open and close this, there's nothing complicated. It's just a simple pull and push. No buttons, nothing like that. Looking up top, you have your light controls, so you can turn on your passenger lights individually, a driver light. This will turn on all the lights in the vehicle, and then this setting will turn on all the lights once the door is open. And then right in front of that is your controls for your sunroof. So if you push on the button, it'll crack it open. Then if you push it forward, it'll close that. Then if you go up front and pull, it will open it up. Let's have a look at how she looks from outside. Here's how the sunroof looks when it's opened up. I have your little wind guard right here. I really like the way that these sunroofs open up. It looks like the car's wearing a hat. Just folds right over the top. Alright, let's close it back up. So to close it, you just push this back forwards. And then there's also a sun guard over here. It's really nice. This has a netted look to it, so you can still get a little bit of sunlight through it, but it'll block out most of it. Now let's check out the back seats. So this is my driving position. I am 5'8". It's a little hard for me to get into this vehicle. I don't have any leg room. I can just move my legs barely. My knees are touching the driver's seat, but surprisingly, I am comfortable back here, even though I am very tightly seated. Very comfortable. Seats feel very good, and the support on my back feels very good as well. We have these netted pockets here behind the driver and the passenger seats. It's a little indenture so that your knees feel a little bit more comfortable sitting behind here, right here, behind both of the seats. You have your vents in the back, can be adjusted. You can either open or close them. In the middle there is also a armrest. So if you bring this down, you use this as an armrest. If you press the button up here, or pull a lever, sorry, this will open up. And then you have a little bit of storage right here, and then there should be some cup holders here. Okay, so if you push in, it'll release these integrated cup holders, which are really nice. They also expand to fit whatever size drink you might have. And you just push it away. Close that back up. Right above the rear seats is your lighting controls. You have one for your either side. There is also a handle over here, along with the hook. I just realized sitting back here, the sunroof is tinted. Behind the rear seats are these two large speakers. And over here you have anchor spots to hook up your child's safety seats or a child seat. Now it's time to check out the trunk. To open the trunk, all you would have to do is open the driver's door and pull this switch. The trunk can also be opened using the key fob or by pressing the button next to the rear camera. Inside there is 12.3 cubic feet of space. It's not that big, but it's quite spacious. You can probably fit about 3 medium-sized luggage. The vehicle also comes with a spare tire in the trunk. Just lift that up, you can see it. Then there are these harness hooks to the side so you can strap anything down so that it won't move around in your trunk. There is also lighting. And the rear seats can be folded down to give you extra space. There's also a little storage cubby to the side. You can put something in there that won't move around. Alright, now let's close this up and take a look at that engine bay. To open up the hood, all you would do is pull this little lever right by the driver's side. Audi does make it very easy for you to open up the hood. All you would do is push a little button right here. And you push and just lift right up. And there she is. This vehicle is powered by a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine. The power output is 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. It's powered by a 7-speed automatic transmission. This vehicle averages 22 miles per gallon city and 30 on the highway and weighs approximately 3,000 pounds. The vehicle has an MSRP of $36,500. And that's it for my review of the 2020 Audi A3 S line Premium Quattro series. If you like this review, please leave a like. Consider subscribing if you would like to see more content like this. If you'd like to see me review something else, you can leave it in the comment section below. In this channel, we review a wide variety of products. And I'll see you on the next one.